These are notes on circles and their arc measures. When you have a circle, it's named by its center point. So the name of the circle would be circle O. When you have a line that goes from the center to a point on the circle, then that's called a radius. When you have a line that goes from one side of your circle, crosses through the middle of your circle, and then to the other side of your circle, that is called the diameter. When we talk about the arc measures in a circle, there are degree measures that go along with the angle and the corresponding arc. If you have an angle whose vertex is located at the center of the circle, then the angle measure and the arc measure are exactly the same. So if we look at this picture, the angle for BOC is 32 degrees. But the angle for the arc is also 32 degrees. So arc, notice the notation above it, it's not a straight line, it's a curved line. So arc BC is also 32 degrees. We have from B to D here. So all we need to do is add 32 and 58, and that gives us arc BD is 90 degrees. We can continue around. There are 360 degrees total in a circle. So if we have a diameter, that means we cut it in half. So half of 360 is 180. So if I go from A to B to C, that is a diameter. That circle's been cut in half, so the arc measure here is 180 degrees. If I'm looking to find the angle measure, notice the notation, this is arc, this is angle, BOA, then I'm going to take 180 degrees and I'm going to subtract this angle here, which is 32, and that's going to leave me with 148 degrees for angle BOA. Angle DOA, I'm going to do the same thing. This is the other half of my circle, so 180 minus 58, and that's going to give me 122 degrees for DOA. Then I'm looking at the arc from D through A all the way back over to B. So I'm missing this section here. So a total of 360 degrees is in every circle. So I take 360, I subtract 58, I subtract 32, and I get 270 degrees for DAB. I have circle C here. This is the notation for circle, and it's labeled by its center. What does this mean here? This means 90 degrees. So if this inscribed angle is 90, then this arc is 90. If this inscribed angle is 130, then this arc is 130. So arc A to E, this is the diameter. It cuts it in half. So if this is 90, then the other half of the arc, 180 minus 90, gives me 90. From E to D, I take 180, I subtract 130, and I get 50 degrees for arc ED. For arc DBA, I'm going to add 130 and 90. And when I add 130 plus 90, I get 220. For arc AED, we know that this is 90 already. We figured that E to D was 50, so A to E to D is 90 plus 50, or 140. Arc ABD, I'm going to add 90 and 130, and that's going to give me 220. From B to D, I already have it marked. That's 130. Let me go back up and check this one. I think I did the wrong angle. A, DBA. No, that's right. DBA, 130 and 90, that's 220. We're asking for angle measures here. We're asking for arc measures here. So let's look at my picture and let's figure out a couple of things. I know that there's a total of 360 degrees. This is a diameter. So the diameter cuts it in half. So I have 180 minus 130, and that gives me 50. This means that both of these angles are congruent. So what's half of 50? 25 and 25. This here are vertical, so this is 130. This whole angle here is vertical to this, so that's going to be 50. If we're looking for angle UVT, angle UVT, UVT is here, so that's 50 degrees. SVT, SVT, that's 130. And then TVR, T to V to R is here. So we're going to do 130 plus 25. That's going to give me 155. If I'm looking at our arc QS, that's going to be 50 degrees. Q to S is 50 degrees. Q to U to S, so I'm going to have to go all the way around. Q to U is 130 plus 50, that's 180, plus 130 again, and that's going to give me 310. If I'm looking from U to T to R, U, T is 50, plus 130 is 80, plus 25 is 205. And then if I'm just looking from U to R is going to be 130 plus 25, and that's 155. Again, I know this means 90. This is a straight line, so that's 180 degrees. If I subtract 128 from 180, I get 52. This is 90, then this is 90. So let's look at some measurements. Arc T to C is 128. T, B, D. That one's going to be half of the circle, so that's 180. B, T, C, 128 plus 90 is 218. T, C, B. That's everything except for this 90 degrees here, so that's 270. C to D is 52. C to B to D, that's everything except for this angle measure, so 360 minus 52 is going to give me 308. T to C to D is half of my circle, so that's 180. If I look from D to B, I know that one's 90. From T to D to C, that's everything except for the 128, so 360 minus 128 is 232. The next one, T to B, I know is 90. B to C, I add 90. And 52. So from B to C, it's going to give me 142. And then B to C to D is everything but the 90, so that's 270. On this one, we have circle O, and we want to know a couple of things about it, but let's look at what we already know. We already know that this is 70, and this is the center, so this is my diameter. So that gives me 180. 180 minus 70 gives me 110, and these are congruent to each other, so these are each 55. 110 divided by 2 is 55. These are vertical angles, so this one is 70. And again, this is half of the circle, so this half, EJH, is 180. 180 minus 70 gives me 110. So if I'm looking at angle EOF, we know that's 70. FOG is 55. Arc EJH, EJ is 110 to H. That's my diameter, so that's 180, half of 360. If we're looking at arc JEG, 110 plus 70, that's half of my circle, that's 180, plus 55, that's going to give me 235. If I'm looking for arc F to H, that's these two, 55 and 55, so that's 110. And then the last one, H to F to J. This is 110. This is my semicircle, so that's 180. So you add those two together, and you get 290. Those are all the notes that we have for arc measures for now.